Recently, I read a comment where someone said that they don't want to learn game development because of AI. It can generate models, textures, code, music, and whatnot. It doesn't do a good job yet, to say the least, but the idea is that in a couple of years, content produced by AI will match game development studio quality. So why spend years gathering knowledge and experience when it will be possible to create a high-quality game just by using a few prompts? If we as humanity don't destroy ourselves in the next 15 to 20 years, then I can see a world where AI can generate games or experiences in minutes with just a few lines of text. I don't think it will happen sooner than that, and it will probably take even longer. But let's be super optimistic and say that it will happen in the next 5 years. So what are you going to do for the next 5 years? Just wait for AI to improve? Are you going to stand there and look from the outside in as others make fun games and become successful and rich? And if one day it does improve to the point where you can create anything you can imagine, who do you think is going to do a better job? Someone with no game development experience, or someone who has worked and released a couple of games, regardless of how successful they have been? Just because you play good games doesn't mean you know how to make a good game, even if you remove the labor aspect from it. At that point, there will be other people with years of experience making games who can come up with much better ideas than you. You'll end up just consuming whatever they create, and your excuse then will be, well, I don't have the necessary experience to make a good game, so I'll just play what other people have made. Why bother learning it when someone else is doing a better job? And what if even after 5 years AI still produces a bunch of garbage assets? What are you gonna do then? Wait another 5 years? I believe that AI improvements will plateau. I think it's happening already. Can you tell the difference between the current version of ChatGPT and the previous? I can't. It's actually very similar to what happened to improvements in video game graphics. There was a huge leap between PS1 and PS2 graphics, a smaller but still noticeable leap between PS2 and PS3 graphics, and after that the improvements are marginal. Now it's about adding more blades of grass and particle effects to these games. My guess is that progress will slow down to a crawl because these companies will run out of clean data to feed AI. Do you know how much AI content is out there already? YouTube is flooded with AI videos and music. Fab Asset Store is full with AI textures and music. There are accounts that are basically spamming the store. Epic had to limit the number of submissions you can make in a day to slow down the slop. These AI companies already know that and are being proactive. Take Adobe for example. They updated their terms of service so that they can use whatever you create as training data for their AI. Instead of wishful thinking, you could start learning game development now. It's easier than ever. You can even use AI right now to help you learn, though it can be tricky because these AI chatbots can give you crappy information. One of the biggest issues with them is that they don't know something. Have you ever asked AI something and it replied with, I don't know? It never happens. So you need to keep it in mind when the answers they give you don't make sense or the code they generate doesn't work. At the moment, it's still better to learn from other humans. Your first game doesn't have to be an open world game like GTA. My suggestion would be to make a walking simulator. Focus on the atmosphere first, then add minor gameplay features as you progress. I think content creation is the easiest part of game development. It can be time consuming, but it's also the part that grabs other people's attention. There are many great YouTube channels, courses, and written guides. All you need is passion. Where there's a will, there's a way. I guess that's what it all comes down to. If you're not willing to get your hands dirty right now, if you're waiting for some frictionless solution to game development issues, then you're probably not passionate about it. You'd be better off finding a different hobby. But if I'm wrong and you are passionate about it, then you should give it a try. You don't have to use AI-generated mess. You can use asset packs instead. Start by making a retro-style game and, well, what a coincidence! I happen to have a few retro asset packs. Characters, visual effects, textures, environments, and of course retro graphics. Not only you get cool assets, but you also support a fellow human guy.